Welcome to Not Ready for the Farm as we explore the journey of aging. We navigate the blessings of growing older, how to age well, live fully, with passion, purpose, relevancy, connection, and a good attitude. All through our laughter, our tears, our power, and of course, our changing bodies. We're not out of date. Our minds and hearts are curious, inspired, wise, and brave. With longer lifespans now, we spend more years as seniors than ever as kids. So we've got to get this right. After all, no one's getting out alive. Well, this is going to be a very interesting episode today. We're doing something very different.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have nobody kind of coming in to visit. We're doing one of these by Zoom, and two, we've actually gone out on site and visited under the episode Where You Gonna Live?
Unleashing Judy onto the public.
Oh,
what could go wrong?
You should have seen. We went to a local place here called Overture, where it's rental, and they don't feed you. Because one of the requirements I need is somebody. I'm not doing cooking anymore.
That's what I require.
Well, good.
Yeah.
You better have some money.
I mean, now.
Because I'm just saying.
No, I'm not.
You got your husband. He's a very good cook.
He is.
You're a busy woman. He has a full-time job too. So
he is busy also. But yes, that's something that I also am requiring for my lifestyle.
And then we went to the Cedars, which is upscale. Very nice. Very nice. And you're served a lovely lunch or dinner. You buy a package. There's a lot of dues. You buy a place, but you own the place.
Right.
In other words, you don't just buy in. And you can go in there for anywhere from $400,000 or $500,000 to $2.5 million. It's a lot of money, and you got to have a lot of money. And of course, as we go through looking at different places under this one episode title, Where Are You Gonna Live? Each season, we're going to go into all different kind of places, lower, higher, so people can explore what their options are. And we want to cover it all. It's going to take us a while. We're going to do it, and we're going to go see it. So right now, we want to welcome you to an episode that is very unique, but we do have guests, and we're going to ask them lots of questions. So join us for Where Are You Gonna Live? Part 1. Welcome. I'm your host, Judy Miller, along with my sidekick, Jess Anderson, where today we visit 3 locations as samples of choices in deciding where you might want to live for retirement, for more care, comfort, or excitement as we explore together this journey of aging. Our considerations must include the condition of our health, our mobility, our brain function, finances, lifestyle choices, and family circumstances. Perhaps we'd like to be in a community near colleges or big city amenities, maybe active living near other seniors or near our grandkids or family. Do we want to age in place in our current home if we can manage it on our own? Or is it time to consider living where we can be more supported through our changing health and cognitive status? And an overriding major factor affecting all of this, what can we afford? Starting off today is a look at the largest retirement property in America, the Villages in north central Florida, 57 square miles, and its multi-generational populace. We'll then visit a 100-year-old resident of the Cedars in Chapel Hill. The Cedars is a high-end, full-service, amenity-rich, classy experience, providing healthcare services from basic all the way to memory care. Then we'll meet residents of Overture, a rental 55-plus community, part of a national chain of more than 100 properties operated by Greystar, the largest real estate company in the world. Rental rates range from $1,700 to $3,700 a month, with no meals provided, although many social activities. First, let's meet married couple Carrie Mugley and Brian Hartman swinging through the Villages. Thank you for joining us for Not Ready for the Farm. You two don't even look like you're close to being ready for the farm.
It's a 55 plus community, but what a lot of people don't realize is that as long as 80% of the households have someone that is over 55, it passes.
Brian, tell me, how you discovered the Villages and what first brought you there.
My parents moved here in 2008. First time I came down here, I'm like, I could definitely see myself living here. So I came down here in 2022.
Your parents still alive and living there?
My father is. He's about a half hour from me. Came down kind of to keep an eye on him. My mom passed away in 2013. So he's still down here living independently, and he's 92.
Is he in the Villages?
He's in the
He
Villages,
is.
yeah.
Okay. What brought you there, Carrie?
It was a few years back, and it was after the moratorium was let up from COVID, and where I was living, the rent and the housing costs just skyrocketed, insanely.
You were living by the coast, closer to the coast.
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
living south of Tampa, closer to the coast, and I watched the cost of living triple, and it just wasn't feasible. I moved up here. I knew nothing about the Villages. In fact, my first experience with the Villages was really funny.
Yeah.
I was going to a doctor's appointment with my oldest son, and we're just driving along, and we passed Brownwood, the outside, and we'd seen it many times with all the big statues and stuff, and we were really curious. And he's like, do we have a few minutes to just go peek? And I'm like, man, I really want to know what's in there, right? So we turn in, and there's just a huge crowd, and there's all this music and everything. And I'm looking at the phone, and I looked at him. I was like, it's a Tuesday. What is going on? And we're like trying to search and find out. And it's all set up like the Wild West. And we get all excited, of course. So we park, and we're like out there, rubbernecking, checking everything out. Had no idea that it was a literally every single day occurrence. We had no idea that live music was here all the time.
Every day.
And we're both big audiophiles, so we just got really excited.
Okay, so Brian, here you are. You're living there at the Villages. Okay. How many STD shots have you had?
None.
The STD is a rumor. We actually did the research. It is nowhere near the STD capital of the world. As far as the swinger life, that's not a rumor.
Yeah,
Talk to me.
We have a lot of people try to pick us up, a lot.
the majority of the time that we go out, actually.
So one of the first jobs that I had working in the Villages, I did, it was a sales job, right? So I'm out there, I'm talking to people, I'm in their houses. And I walk past, and I noticed that where the attic access is, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to come back to that. Well, when I come back to the attic, there is a loofah hanging from it now. There is
It wasn't there before.
There's a colored loofah hanging that was not there 5 minutes ago.
So what are the colors of the loofahs? The different ones? The rumor.
I don't have it memorized.
The white is the novice.
Okay.
The blue teal color is the bi. The black is the everything goes.
Yeah.
And there's a pink.
There's a yellow.
Yeah, there's a few others that are just basically like different levels. But the biggest ones are like the black is everything goes. The white is we're new to this, but we're curious. And the blue, I know way too much about this.
We're studying the chart.
Best guests I've had on this season, okay? Just saying. So now that we have dug down in the dirt of the Villages and the rumors, tell me what you love about living there.
It's just like you're in vacation mode every day. I mean, I still work kind of part-time-ish, self-employed, and you still work, but we don't take in as many of the club aspects and stuff because that's during the day.
So talk about the various amenities that you've found in the 3, 4, 5 years you've been living there.
There's a pool hall right next to us. I thought that was amazing. You can go play billiards all day.
Yeah.
There's
tennis courts.
archery. There's tennis courts. There's 109 pools.
109, probably a lot more than that now.
110 different rec centers.
The cost of living there, it sounds like it runs the gamut from very affordable to high end. There's probably some high end homes there and things.
200,000 to multi-million.
Yeah,
really. It runs all through.
And then if you live on the outskirts, there's those options too. Because you have to keep in mind, while the rec centers and stuff aren't available to people who aren't a member of the Villages, aren't living in it, all of the squares are open.
They're all public.
And that's how I fell into it. That's how I learned about it. I was literally driving into these places going, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
So the nightly entertainment is not just for villagers. Anybody
No.
can come by and
Anyone
see
can
it.
come enjoy it. And so there's a lot of options. I mean, I think a lot of people kind of check out the outskirts initially before making an actual investment in the villages, because
That makes sense.
you can kind of slip in. You can slip in for an inexpensive, just come
Well,
in, hang out for a month or
and they have
something.
lifestyle visits where you can come down and
True.
they give you a house, a golf cart, 2 bikes.
It's a management company. Are they also a real estate company that sells the real estate?
So
They are
yeah, the
indeed.
villages sells the new homes are only sold through the villages. You can't have an outside realtor come through.
Okay, but you can resell through.
Yes.
You can resell.
I understand it's 57 square miles, which is pretty good size.
It's larger than the island of Manhattan now. Yeah, actually.
That's pretty amazing. Okay, well, we're going to send you our mug. Are not ready for the farm. Can you see it there?
Yeah.
Okay. And Jenna wants me to hold it up higher. There she goes. She says, perfect. Jenna is shooting this whole thing. Okay. She's over there with her earphones on, laughing. She can't control herself. Thank you both. Carrie, Brian, you're tremendous. We will see you down the road. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Take care. Thank you. Now we're going to meet our friends over at the Cedars. Here we are at the Cedars with a very special guest today, Jack Costello. Jack is 100 years old. And how long have you lived at the Cedars?
About 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Why did you choose the Cedars?
I have lived in the Chapel Hill area since 1982. Bob Woodruff, who was one of the original managers here and a part owner, I think, was one of my tennis partners. And he tried to get my wife and I to join when I was about 55. And we weren't really ready. That was pretty young. So we put it off, and Bob would periodically say, why don't you come join? I was familiar with the other places in this community and a couple of places out of this community in Florida, and the Cedars just appealed to me more.
Wonderful. And so that was just, you were a mere 95 or 96 years old when you were making that decision.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you are among the lucky ones, to live that long, to have that option to be independently living in your home.
I am very lucky.
Do you cook for yourself here, or do you always dine in the dining room?
I don't ever cook. I reheat, but I don't know how to cook and probably won't learn.
You don't think? Okay. And do you dine here often for lunches or dinners?
I have had one Sunday meal here. Otherwise, I have 3 to 5 meals a week at night here, and frequently go to another restaurant at least once, maybe twice a week.
Okay, great. So you're active and you drive your car.
Yes.
We drove up together today.
Yeah.
We ran into each other in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively. No, if I've done any damage on your car, you'll let me know.
I'll go look.
Okay. So what do you involve yourself with activities here?
I grow a plant, a night blooming cereus plant. It's huge, and I'm hoping it'll bloom this year. Night blooming cereus is a tropical vine. It doesn't look like a vine, but it is. And it blooms once a year for one night.
Really?
And it's magnificent blossom. I play a little poker, did play a little bridge, but in duplicate bridge, my mistake hurts the other people playing east-west and helps the people playing north-south, and I don't like to affect their game that way.
You spend time among people, other neighbors, or people down here at the clubhouse?
Sunday nights, the people in my building, the Camden building, get together and share stories and things of that nature.
Nice. So in 3.5 years, have you made new friends here? Lots of new friends?
I certainly have. I am very fortunate in that regard. And I met my sweetheart, who is a youngster at 80, and but we get along just fine.
So you met your sweetheart who's 80, and she lives here?
Yes.
What have you gained with age that you didn't expect?
I would say appreciation of people. I love the capacities of the guys that I play poker with. I love walking through the dining room and saying hello to so many people, and it's just a very pleasant atmosphere.
I can't tell you how honored I feel to spend time with you and to get to know you. And I hope we'll have some more time together down the road.
Well, let's do that. This time I'll do the asking. Okay.
Okay, and listen, feed me. I'm
All
here.
right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jeff.
you.
Appreciate it. Now we're going to meet Karen Lazarus. This is one of the highlights of our season for me to have this interview with a friend of mine here at the Cedars, who is not living here yet at the Cedars, but has
Off and on.
but you've purchased a place and you still have your home.
Well, yeah, we live here part-time and we live there part-time.
Well, I call you a Renaissance woman.
I know, and you're full of a lot of exaggerations, Judy. Always have been.
I know, but don't let the truth get in the
Don't
way
let
of a
the
good
truth
story.
get in the way of a good story.
See, I have to leave this out of
That's
the...
my life.
Yeah, yours is an amazing story, and you are a Renaissance woman. You are a master at bridge and have taught bridge.
No, I'm not a master.
Okay, well, you've taught it. You've taught quilting, and you are a master quilter.
I am a quilter.
Well, yeah, and you gave me, if there's a fire, I'm taking the quilt off the wall. I don't know how, because it's so large and hung by your son-in-law, but it is one of the most beautiful things I've ever owned.
Well, it was blue because I think you...
I look, and do you know why I wear blue in every episode, in every shoot we do?
I told her one time, I said, you should wear more blue. You look good in it.
And so what do I wear all the time? See, you're a big influencer on me.
Oh, yeah.
So why did you pick the Cedars?
I think first and foremost, it's because we could own it.
You could own it.
We own it. And other places you buy in, but you don't actually own what you have there. So I can leave this to my children.
Right.
So there's an ownership thing.
Right.
But we had intended to stay in the house we're in right now forever. It was handicap accessible and the whole thing. I started losing my vision. And my husband had a stroke about 1.5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And he got very alarmed and he said, we have to do something, because he wanted to make sure I was taken care of.
Right.
And we looked around the house and the property and he said, you can't take care of this. And I couldn't. And I realized I couldn't.
Well, it's gorgeous.
I would have to hire somebody to come in and stay there all the time, and I may as well come here where it's already accessible.
And you live on how many acres over there?
5.5 acres.
5.5 acres on the top of the hill.
In an old converted tobacco barn.
Which is awesome.
And it is, and it's very hard to leave it. But it happened so strangely. We were applying here. We hadn't even been accepted yet. And a friend called me and she said, I know somebody here whose mother just went in the memory unit and she's got to sell her apartment. And I think it's an apartment you would like. And we came over and saw it, and I said, if we're going to, we had seen several, and they were small, I thought. And this one was a good size, and we looked at it, and I looked at the lady, I said, we haven't been accepted yet. And she said, well, we'll just sign something that you're going to buy from me as soon as you're accepted.
Smart.
And so we got a lady downstairs to come up, a judge that lives here, and she witnessed this thing that we signed. And we waited, and about 2 weeks later, we got our acceptance letter from the Cedars, and we bought the place that day.
And the pricing here is anywhere from 400,000 or 500,000, would you say, to about 2.5 million, depending on what kind of residence you get.
I think some of the 2-bedroom ones are 200,000 to 300,000.
Really?
But there's not many of them.
Okay. And you have a 2-bedroom.
I think they're all 2-bedroom, but it's the 1-bedrooms that there's not many of.
You brought me to lunch last week, and it is gorgeous. You've decorated it, but you have that taste. My place looks like a used furniture store.
Well, I have a daughter with a very fine eye for decorating.
How many residents do you think are here?
I think at present, from what I understand, there's about 400.
400
Between
units?
400 and 500.
Units or people or?
No, people.
People. Okay. How many units would you say? Maybe 250, 300?
Something like that. And
Okay.
they're just building 2 more across the street.
Yes.
They only have 5 apartments in each of those buildings, but they're all selling for $1.5 million up to $2.5 million,
Right.
which is very high.
It's very high.
And they're already all sold, I understand.
I know another place across town in Durham. They just break ground and they're sold out at $2.5 million. What are the activities here that
Well,
you find?
we came not so much for the activities, but because all the medical services that they offer.
Yeah.
And that's very, when you get older, you begin to realize you need those.
Yes.
And to have them available, they will come to my apartment if I need them to, or I can go to them over at the DeBose, and they have a memory unit, which not every place has. They have an area for people that, it's like a nursing home, but it's when you can't live in your apartment, but you're not.
They have an area for that where it's basically assisted living. Where,
Yeah. And then they have an area where if you get sick in your apartment and you just really feel bad and don't feel like you can that you can go over there for a couple of days.
Nice.
But they'll send nurses to you. And it's really an incredible medical system here. And it's all through UNC.
UNC.
And they have 3 gerontologists that work here. And you sign up with one of them, and that's your doctor. You can follow them through your UNC, portal.
Your chart, they have a thing, a central chart.
So they have all your records and
All
things.
your records.
Yeah.
And so you come here healthy, maybe not so healthy.
Well, you have to be a certain health to get past the...
Is it a cognitive test you have to
yes,
take?
you have to take a cognitive test.
Okay.
And if you're looking for an apartment and you don't find one right away, every 3 months you have to take a cognitive test again.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe I need to sign up real quick.
I think probably you ought to go ahead and get your application in.
Okay, there you go. And then take a few years to look for an apartment, right?
That's right.
When one comes up. That's funny. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you down the road.
Yes.
Now we're going to meet our friends at Overture. So how long are you living here at Overture?
A little over 2 years.
2 years. I hate when people say, well, you don't look your age. But you don't look like you qualify for 55 and over. Did you just get over the hurdle or something?
Well, I'm 65.
Are you really?
Yes, I just turned 65 in March. Yeah.
Now, you're here a year?
2 years.
2
but
years.
1 year I was teaching.
Teaching,
so,
and
yes,
you
just
were
over.
working. And
Yes.
you know other people here who live and also work.
Correct.
Not everybody here is retired.
Right. But I'd say there are more people that aren't, of course, 85% or whatever aren't, and 15% maybe aren't.
So in the 2 years you're here, you've made friends, and you've got a
Yes.
social group. I met the social group this
Yes.
morning, man. They're wild people.
Yes.
They're living La Vida Loca here.
Oh, always doing fun stuff.
Yeah.
And just
So you're enjoying it.
I love it. I love it.
And do you cook for yourself at home? And
Yes.
do you have friends in or not?
Well, we go out a fair amount too.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many people do you think live in the whole complex here?
Well, let's see. There are, I think 141 units or something like that.
Yeah.
And some have 2 people, some just have 1. So I don't know. We have 5 floors.
And do you think you've met everybody? Or
Pretty much, I think there are some people that want to stay and not come out except for maybe to get their mail or something like that. But
why did you pick Overture here in Chapel Hill?
apartment I love. It's beautiful, and mine overlooks the pool, and I wanted a balcony. So the facilities are awesome. The activities, you could be doing something every waking moment almost.
I saw that.
So-
You Zumba. You
Yes,
took
I
off
did
earlier
Zumba.
and went Zumba.
I exercise probably 4 of the classes.
Really?
I just don't do it on Tuesdays.
Thank you for sitting down with me and sharing your thoughts. You're terrific. I am sitting here with a really special young woman, Mackenzie McConnell, who is the leasing agent and the person responsible for filling Overture up here in Chapel Hill. Why do people come here? Tell me some of the people, the backgrounds, why they're choosing this.
So a surprising amount of new move-ins I have are out of state, coming in state either to be closer to their adult children or because we are in the research triangle to have access to better healthcare. So that is a large reason that people come here.
And you're close to fully occupied all the time, aren't you? Occupancy is really good.
Yep.
So let's talk about pricing, because one of the things that I find very appealing, you and I had talked earlier, it seems very affordable for a lot of people where you don't have to put a big down payment down or buy a place. Talk to me about the affordability of it here.
So we do our numbers based on market analysis. So we try to stay as close to our comps, which include conventional living.
All right.
So that, includes Blue, next door is just your typical apartment complex. I think right now our lowest priced unit is sitting right around $1,760 a month.
Okay.
And then we've got our largest units going up to $3,600. Which is pricey if you're comparing to a conventional living apartment.
What would it be different between the 17 and the 3,600?
Just the unit itself.
The unit.
Yep, you have all the same amenities, same events, just square footage really.
And
same finishes.
Nice. What other amenities do you have here?
So I think the biggest thing that we have is the events calendar. So we've got a full-time events coordinator on staff. We've got something going on just about every day. And then our fitness program. So 5 days a week, we've got professional trainers come in and do a class for everyone.
They love it. Everybody I talk to does something and loves it, Do you have any medical professionals on staff or people trained in EMT or anything like that?
We do not. So that's one of the primary differences between active adult and like an independent or assisted.
Right. Well, this is great. I really appreciate your setting this up for us and letting us do this here today. You're wonderful. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for coming.
Okay. What'd you think of that, Jess? Meeting all those different people on site and our little village people. They were great.
Well, I knew that you were excited about the people from the villages. I think it's great. I loved it. I love seeing people who are living all different sorts of ways. And I think, a lot of these places are not affordable to most people, right? And so, I think it'll be interesting too as the podcast goes on to be looking at other places. Although obviously some of the ones you've already seen are more affordable than others. But I think it's great for people to see kind of different models and be able to kind of get a feel a little bit about what would that be like for me.
It was interesting when I was over at Cedars, and I did. It isn't part of the episode, but I did have lunch with some friends there, and the food was great. It's first class service. Everything is wonderful. You have to be able to afford it.
Right.
It was and one of the things I said to my friends is, this is my exploration. I'm coming to visit because I want to see.
Yeah.
Just like each place, because I'm trying to figure it out. What can I afford? And I said to them at lunch, here's what I said. I said, here's why I haven't made a move yet. Well, I'm not ready to make the move yet, but when I am, I'm afraid I'll go somewhere and they won't like me. And my friend, she said, we all feel that way.
Of course. How could people not feel nervous moving into an established community of people who already have their groups and stuff. Like, we think it's just, kids who feel nervous when they go to a new school or they go and join a new team, but it's actually all of us.
I think this was great today to see these different places.
Oh, I love it. I love seeing you. I love watching you then out of the studio.
Yeah.
Out out in the wild. Yeah.
Out in the wild.
It's great. It is hilarious.
Well, thank you. We'll be doing more of it. We kind of have fun. Jenna kind of liked it too. She puts up with it.
Yeah. She's over there going,
These people are great. They're so nice to give us their time.
Yes.
So, and they're not selling a book. They're not doing, they're just,
Are you throwing shade at the other guests?
No, I'm selling a mug. Okay. I'm selling a mug. This is the only reason for the podcast now.
Right.
The only reason we're having a podcast besides the journey of aging and my trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my life is to sell a $30 mug or something. Schlocky, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is. We haven't priced them yet. Nobody's sent in yet. Be the first. I'll mark it number 1. Okay, I'll write on the bottom number 1.
Someone should get a special something for being the first.
The first.
Yes.
Judy hand delivers it.
That's right.
I'll come
That's
over.
Right.
Feed me, I'm coming. Okay, feed me good, and I'm coming. Thank you for joining us one more time on Not Ready for the Farm. We've had a lot of fun with this episode. We hope you've enjoyed it and learned something and had a few laughs. And if you drink, now's the time to start doing it this afternoon or evening or whenever. If it's morning, take a shot. Okay. We'll see you next time down the road. Thank you. We appreciate you joining us here at Not Ready for the Farm as we navigate the journey of aging. Please like and subscribe and visit our website at notreadyforthefarm.com. Find us wherever you stream your podcasts.